Students of class 7. So today I am going to discuss the next topic, and the next topic is circle. So see, what is circle? Circle are the collection of many points. Okay, they are collection of many points, and that points are at an equal distance from a fixed point. Okay, see here I am just drawing the diagram. So see, there are many points in a plain paper. If you draw many points, and that many points should be at an equal distance. Okay, every point should be an equal distance from a fixed point. Say this is the fixed point. Okay, suppose this is the fixed point, and this point and this point. Okay, this is the fixed point, and the collection of points, all the points, if we take one by one, okay, so the distance from that point to that to this fixed point should be same. Suppose I am taking another point, again this distance will be same. Similarly, from here this distance is same. That means this, if this is 5 centimeter, then this will also be 5 centimeter, this will also be 5 centimeter. All are what? All should be same. And this particular distance is called what? Radius. Okay. So here there are two things you have to remember. One is fixed point. The fixed point is called the center. Why it is called center? Because it is positioned at the middle of this circle. Okay. And another thing is fixed distance, and this fixed distance is called what? Radius. So circle, what is the definition of circle? You can write a circle is a collection of all points, or in the book also it is written, a circle is the path of all points, or collection or set of all points that are equidistant. Equidistant means equal distance. All are at an equal distance from a fixed point in a given plane or surface. So this is a plane. This particular board is a plane. So here above the plane we are drawing collection of points, and that points are at an equal distance from a fixed point. So just write the definition of a circle. Okay, and where you have seen circle, you have seen circle like in suppose CD player or CD. Okay, inside CD player, when you insert the CD is also a circle. Okay, there are many objects you have seen around you, they are circle, like wheels of car. Okay, then chapati. Then there are many things which you can see that they are similar like circle, or you can say they are example of what? Circle. Okay, so now see, already we have completed square, rectangle. Okay, these things we have already studied in previous. Square, rectangle, then parallelogram. Okay, then triangle, how to find the area of a triangle, already we have completed. We have found how to find the area as well as perimeter of different objects. So here in circle also we have to find the perimeter and area. So before that we have to know what are the different parts of a circle. So here I have only stated two parts, that is, one is our center and the other one is radius. Apart from these 2 points, there are other parts of a circle also. Okay, so that part also we have to study. So just take out the next page, that is, you can see here there is a table 16.2. so in the table it is written very clearly and very beautifully it is expressed, so you can write from here only. Okay, already in previous classes, in class 5, you have you came across these points. You know these points were there in your maths book earlier also. So in the first one, the first point here, first topic is written center. Already I told you what is a center. Okay, center, a point in a plane from which all points on the circle are equidistant. If you are saying that a point on a circle, that means that point will be on the boundary of the circle. Okay, a point on the circle means point on the boundary. Okay, so these all points are equidistant, that means equal distance from this point. Okay, and this point is called what? Center. Okay, and this should be in a plane. Already it is written in the table, the definition is written very clearly. So example, O is the center, already it is written. And what is the property? A circle can have only one center. So remember the property. A circle do not have more than one center, okay? It has only one center, and infinite number of points make up a circle. Why it is written in infinite number of points? Because already I told you the definition of circle, that is collection of points. Collection of points, that means many points. So in boundary there are many points. So many points means what? We have to write infinitely many. We cannot count the points. Okay, so next is radius. Here it is written a line segment with one end point at the center and other end point at the boundary of the circle. Okay, that line is called radius. So how to represent a radius? See, here it is written OP, and above OP a line is there. Okay, you have to represent. That is the symbol for line segment. Okay, remember, that is the symbol for line segment. Here, there it is written OP. So this is the symbol for a line segment. Radius is also a line segment. Okay. So here the properties, radius is always half the diameter. A circle can have infinite number of radii. So see here, I am drawing one circle and I will show you. See. So suppose this is the center. So I can draw many radius of this circle. OP, OQ, OR. So there are many radius. Similarly, there are many diameter. If you extend this line segment and if you extend and just end at the boundary of the circle, suppose PM. Okay, so PM is the diameter of the circle. Okay, so you can extend this arrow line also. This will extend and this will go up to this. So RN. Okay, this is also a diameter. Similarly, you can draw many diameter. Okay, so what is the relation between diameter and radius? If you say radius is dash of diameter, then what you have to write? Radius is dash of diameter. That means half of diameter. Okay, here radius is half of diameter. Similarly, if you write diameter is dash of radius, so what you have to write? Diameter is dash of radius, that means 2 times or twice or double. Okay, you can write anything. So 2 times, you can write 2 times of radius. So that means if you double the radius, then you will get the diameter. Okay, so this is about radius and diameter. The next one is a chord. Chord is a line segment with its end point on the circle. That means chord will not pass through the center. Okay. It is also a line segment, but the end points of this line segment should touch the boundary of the circle. Okay, chord will not pass through the center of the circle. See, so this is the chord. This is chord. Suppose PQ, and there are many chords you can draw. Okay, so PQ is a chord. Okay. So I am explaining to you these points. I am explaining to you. Just write all the points in copy one by one. Okay. Just beautifully you can write the points, and one side you can write properties. Okay. One side you can write properties. Another side you can write the example. In example you have to draw the objects. Okay. Means the circle, the parts of the circle. So here it is written. You can copy this one also in your notebook. Okay, so next, see, I already told you that chord will not pass through the center, but what happens if the chord pass through the center? So if the chord pass through the center, then we cannot say it is a chord. We have to say what? Yes, that is a diameter. So that should be the largest chord, or you can say the longest chord. The longest chord of a circle is called the diameter. Okay. So next point is diameter. A chord that passes through the center of the circle is diameter. So if you draw many chords like this, okay, above it, one chord will pass through the center, and that chord will become what? That chord will become the diameter. Okay. So already it is written here. It is drawn in the 4th number point. Already it is drawn in example that AB is a diameter. Okay. So next is a diameter is twice the length of the radius. It always passes through the center. It is the longest chord of the circle. Okay, these are the properties you have to write. So just make the points. Okay, here it is written one after the other. Just make points. Okay, in property number, for the property of center, just make 1 point. 1 point. Okay, just if there are 2 points, so make it 2 points. By that way it will be more clear. Okay, like in diameter there are 3 points. See, there are 3 properties. First one is a diameter is twice the length of the radius. Second point is it passes through the center, and the third point is the diameter is the longest chord of the circle. So make 3 points. It will be more clear, and after if you do revision afterwards, then also you can just see the points which are written, okay, in the properties. So make points. Okay, make points and write, then it will be more clear. So next is arc. What is an arc? See, already we have studied the inside part of the circle. Now come to the boundary part. So if I drawing this circle. So see here, if I take this part, that is this boundary of the circle. Okay, so this boundary is called arc. Okay, from here to here it is one arc. So we can name the arc. So how to name it? See, for reading a line segment, we have to take 2 points. You know that if we have to mention a line segment, then we have to take 2 points, because 1 point is starting from the line segment. It starts from here and it is ending at here. So we have to take 2 points for mentioning a line segment. Similarly, for mentioning a point, we have to take only one alphabet. We have to write only one alphabet. Okay. Similarly, for mentioning an arc, for writing an arc, we have to take 3 alphabets. Okay. One alphabet will be at starting point, another alphabet will be at ending point, and the other alphabet will be at the middle of that one. Okay, middle of that arc. So A, B, C. So how to mark an arc? See, it is written in your book. A, B, C. Okay, and above that you have to write like this. Why we are writing C? Because this arc is also like this only. Okay, so here it is written, a part of circle included between any 2 points on the circle. PQRS is an arc. So what is the property? See, it can be of any length. The length may be anything. The bigger or longer arc is called the major arc, and the smaller arc is called minor arc. Major is for bigger, minor is for smaller. So you can see here, this ABC is an arc. Similarly, if you take the other side, okay, this part, if I represent here, if I take M, so this AMC is also an arc. Okay, so which one is major? Yes, this one will be major. This one will be major arc, and this one will be minor arc. Okay, because this is having the smallest length than this one. So this is minor arc. So you can represent, okay, beautifully. You can just write in a table. Okay, just make one table and write one side, write the topic what you are writing, that is if you are writing for center. The next column you write the properties, and next you are just write the example. Okay. So see, the next point is perimeter and area of a circle. Perimeter is also called circumference. When we are talking about circle, then we have to say, in place of perimeter we have to use circumference. Okay, because it's a circular object, that's why here we are using circumference. So circumference is what? Circumference is the perimeter, that means the total length of the boundary. This boundary, how much length is covering by this boundary is called the circumference, and the formula of circumference is 2 into pi into r, or you can write 2 pi r. So the value of pi is 3.14, or you can take 22 by 7. It should be mentioned, okay, it will be mentioned in the question only what you have to take, but if it not mentioned, then you can take any of them. Okay. Next is area of the circle. What is area? Already we know, that means this circular object, how much space it is covering inside it. This area, this space, okay. This space we can find using this formula, that is pi into r square. So what should be given? We only need the radius to find the area as well as perimeter. Okay, that is circumference. If radius is given, then we can find any of them. Okay, here value of pi already we know. After putting the value of pi and radius, we can easily find the value of area. Okay, area and perimeter. So see, one more formula is there. If suppose diameter is given, then you can use the circumference as pi into d. Okay, if diameter is given, then use pi into d. But if radius is given, then use 2 pi into r. So how we get pi into d? See, if you write this statement like this, pi into 2 into r, because we know that in multiplication commutative property is satisfied, so we can interchange the order. So by interchanging the order, we can write pi into 2 into r, and we know that 2 times of r, that is 2 times of radius, is equal to what? Diameter. So in place of 2 into r, we can write diameter. So pi into d will be pi d. So by that way, you can use this formula also if diameter is given. Otherwise, you can use this formula. Okay. And how we are getting this formula? So the practical part. Okay. The practical part will be discussed later. How we are getting, because it will take time. So students, please go through this video which I already discussed today. This one. After this one, in the next video, I am going to start the next exercise, that is 16.4. Okay. So one more topic is left, that is area between two concentric circle. So what is concentric circle? Already in earlier classes also I have discussed concentric circle. See, what are concentric circle? Two or more circle having the same center. Okay, two or more circle having the same center. See, this is a circle having center O. Again I am drawing one circle. This has also the same center O. Okay. Similarly, I can draw many other circles which are having same center. You can use your compass. Okay. You can take first of all 4 centimeter. You can draw one circle. Another, after opening up to 5 centimeter, you can draw another circle. Again, after opening 6 centimeter, you can draw another circle. So there are many circles you can draw using the same center. And that circles are called concentric circle. So how to find the area between the concentric circle? Suppose in question if they ask that you have to find this area. So how to find this area? See, already we have discussed this in rectangle. Okay. So what we have to do? If you find the area of inside the bigger circle, that means this part. Okay. If this area we can easily find using this formula. If radius is given, you can easily find the area inside it, and after that you can find the area of the smaller circle, radius, if radius is given. Okay. Suppose capital letter R is the radius of bigger circle and small letter r is the radius of the smaller circle. Then if I want to find the area of this part, then first of all area of bigger circle, then area of bigger circle will be pi into capital R square. Okay. And area of smaller circle will be pi small letter r square. So if I subtract the smaller area, that means the area inside the smaller circle, from the area inside the bigger circle, then I will get this part. Okay, area of this part. Okay, so finally the formula will be what? Pi r square minus pi small r square, or you can write by taking pi as common, you can write pi. Inside bracket you can write capital R square minus small r square. Okay, so this is the formula for finding the area between two concentric circles. Okay student, so thank you for today. Try to learn all the things. Okay, so some points I have dictated, so that points just try to write inside the copy. Okay, thank you.